The fuck?
I need an adult. Ew. No, yes.
What?
Oh, are we starting?
Now.
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome back to another episode of Two Dumb Bitches.
I'm Lucy.
I'm Sienna.
And we're the dumb bitches.
So this is actually take 2 of us trying to do.
It's not going the best.
Lucy forgot to hit record.
I blame it on my ADD.
Uh-huh. So today we are going to be kind of giving a little intro to our witchy dabbling.
We do a little dabbling in the craft,
We do.
the witchcraft.
So full disclosure, we are inexperienced.
We don't know what the hell we're doing.
We really don't. Lucy coined a term for me. She calls me a goblin witch.
Yeah.
And
Or is it a witch goblin?
which goblin? Goblin witch? Witch goblin?
Witch goblin.
It's one of the two.
Are you more goblin or more
I'm
witch?
more goblin.
Okay, then goblin witch.
Goblin witch? What did I say?
You said goblin witch.
Yeah, I think I'm a goblin witch. I think you're a witch goblin.
Or no, I would say you're a witch goblin because then the witch is the qualifier of the
Like
goblin.
I'm a witchy goblin.
Yeah.
And you're a goblin-y witch.
Yes.
So I'm a witch goblin and you're a goblin witch.
Yes. Say that 5 times fast.
Witch goblin goblin witch. Witch goblin goblin witch. You try it. See if you can do it better.
Witch goblin goblin witch. Witch goblin goblin blah, blah, blah. Nope. Witch goblin goblin witch. Goblin goblin.
Yes, that's what we are. The things that we say here, please do not take them as gospel.
No. Please do your own research.
Yeah. The things that we have learned, we don't take classes and stuff.
No.
Do people do that? Is that a thing?
You can take classes.
Like real life classes?
Yeah.
We should do that.
I mean, probably.
That would probably actually make sense for us.
And we might when someday we get our shit together. Maybe.
Okay, so never. So that's never gonna happen. No, but I thought maybe we could talk about our backstories.
Our
and how we
origin
Yeah, our
stories.
origin story. Our villain origin stories.
Well, who do you want to go first?
Me, because mine is less interesting.
Okay.
It is. Your story's really cool. My story's pretty
It's not a bad story.
it's a
I
story.
think every story is valid.
Lucy, shut up. Why do you always do this to me? And you're like, you are loved.
You are.
So I guess, okay, I'll start kind of when I was a kid. I don't want to say run-ins. I guess I've always been kind of receptive to spirits around me.
Yeah.
Especially as a child. So when I was a kid, I had what I was told was an imaginary friend, but I also never really grew out of her. Every once in a while, she'll still kind of it's I can feel her presence, I guess, if that makes sense.
How long has it been since the last time?
It's probably been a year.
Oh.
Yeah. Like I'm telling you, she still pops in and out every once in a while. Her name's Tina.
Okay.
And I had therapists and parents tell me that it was just a coping mechanism. But also, she would appear to me with blood on her face once a year.
Okay.
And it was because she would tell me I died today.
Oh.
Yeah. And as a kid, I was never afraid of her. I was afraid of a lot of things, but I was never afraid of her.
Well, I
So I'm
feel like with kids, you know how they say the veil is thinner?
Yes.
I'd believe that.
Yeah.
They're definitely more in tune. So I'm
Yes.
sure you knew that she didn't mean you harm.
Yeah. No, she was always, I don't know, she's chill. Shout out Tina. No, and then my dad's house, I thought he was messing with me the first time that he ever said it. So have you ever slept in the basement?
I have not.
Okay. The basement used to be a lot spookier than it is now because he's renovated the whole place.
Yeah, it looks nice.
Yeah, it looks really nice now, but it used to just be kind of studs, basically.
Just, yeah, your typical unfinished basement.
Yeah. But so my brother, Kellen, that used to be his room. And then once he went off to school and stuff, and I would go and visit my dad, it became my room.
Okay.
And it was pretty spooky.
Did Kellen ever say anything?
No, Kellen was never afraid of anything.
Well, yeah.
Ever.
That's fair.
But lights would turn on and off. And then one night, one of my brothers, I was having a little sleepover with him in his bunk beds.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just hanging out with him and he was like, you need to be quiet now. And I was like, oh, all right.
Okay.
He goes, well, the man is here and he doesn't like you.
The man.
The man, yes, the man. Apparently, it was this man who came and like hung out with him
That's not creepy at
every
all.
night. He said he's nice, but he didn't like me.
Okay.
So, needless to say, I was quiet for the rest of the night.
Yeah.
So I went and I told my dad about it the next day. I don't even know if he remembers this because it was just such a casual conversation. And my dad is such a prankster, right? So when I told him this, he's like, oh, yeah, the house is haunted. I thought he was joking.
Why wouldn't you?
Right. And then his wife, Michelle, comes in and she's like, no, it is. And I was just like, okay. So anyways, like I've had like these little run-ins, I guess.
Encounters.
Yeah, nothing like crazy. I've had a couple like kind of more scary experiences, but nothing that was like, let's make this into a movie. But then I guess basically in my marriage, I was kind of in like a low point. Obviously, because we're not married anymore. So I was just kind of feeling like a little bit alone, not really sure who to turn to. I had friends and stuff, but basically I just had questions and questions and concerns. And so
You needed answers.
I needed answers, yes. And I didn't exactly know why I decided to get a deck of cards, which I've heard that you're not supposed to buy your own first deck of cards, but I did. I didn't know that rule.
I've never heard it.
I've heard it a couple times. I don't follow it. I can't. Well, it's too late because
Yeah.
I already bought myself my first deck of cards. Anyways, I bought a deck of cards, and I was
Well, wait. So you're telling me that we've been doing this together for how many years? And you didn't get me my first deck of cards?
what was your first deck of cards?
The Druid deck.
Oh, actually, you know what? When we were driving home,
Mm.
I was like, damn it. Because I remembered as we were driving home that you're not supposed to buy your first deck. Otherwise, well, but the other thing too is I think that you're not supposed to pick it. I think it's supposed to be gifted to you.
Yeah. And I kept talking about how I wanted to get a deck.
I know, but I didn't want to get you the wrong deck. And I think that the universe knows that and they gave you a pass. because they knew who you were dealing with. Okay? I came with you.
You did.
So,
You did come with me.
exactly. Look, I am a witch goblin.
Yes.
Okay? I can only do so much. Your partner in crime is I'm a sidekick.
No.
Well, okay. I bring other things to the table.
Yes.
What are those things?
What do you mean, what are those things? You bring the ambiance.
I bring the chaos that makes our incense go out mid-readings.
So, only sometimes.
It's happened enough times.
Okay, but my readings for me have been chaos
Yeah.
quite a few times.
But is that because I'm the one who's pulling the card?
No, it's because I'm so fucking indecisive.
Yeah. I mean, to make a long story short, I bought myself a deck of cards.
Yeah.
And I was kind of playing with them and pulling cards and blah, 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 all that stuff. And then the first, like, I guess, kind of like reading that I
Mhm.
did was for myself. It was like really accurate. And at first I kind of thought that it was one of those like little Bible activities, you know, where they're like, open up to any page and you can relate it to anything that you want.
Or they're like, ask a question and then flip and then point to a verse.
And you'll be able to find the answer.
yeah.
Where I felt like maybe all of the cards are kind of like vague and you can kind of like interpret them however you want / need to. So I just started pulling random cards for myself and it was utter nonsense.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like, oh wait, this might actually be something. And then I kind of got like, I guess like weird looks from the people that I told. And so I kind of put it away and I didn't really know what I was doing.
I mean, and there's definitely like a little bit of a stigma.
For sure.
Like people are gonna be like, oh, you do what?
Yeah. But I mean, now I'm more selective with who I tell. And I also kind of go into it a little bit more confidently of like, yeah, this is what I do. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not looking for your approval.
Yeah.
I'm just letting you know that sometimes I do this.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I kind of put it away. And then when I moved in with you guys and we were unpacking my stuff.
Yeah, we found all your stuff.
Yeah.
Because you had like your incense and your chakra flag.
Yeah. My cards.
And I was
pendulum.
like, oh, wait, you do this stuff too? Or not too, but like, and you were like, oh, yeah. And I was like, no, like, I want to get into this.
Yeah. So we did. That's pretty much my kind
It's
of,
kind of where we cross paths.
yeah. And then we started dabbling together.
Yeah. So my backstory goes back to ye old England.
Way back yonder.
My mom's side of the family did witchcraft. Like it was passed down mother to daughter going back as far as we know.
Yeah.
And so I would hear stories about it from my grandma growing up that they used to do this. And one of the biggest stories that kind of like really set off my fascination was my great great grandma.
On which side?
So it is my grandma's mom. Well, my grandma's grandma on my mom's side.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yes. Her name was Census.
Census?
Yeah.
That's kind of badass.
Well, her name, the way she got her name is kind of funny because she was born the day that the census taker came.
Okay.
And so her dad went to like answer the door and he was like, "Oh shit, we haven't named that one yet. But let's just call her Census." And so that was her name. But she went by her middle name, which was Elizabeth. She was called Lizzie.
Okay, that's cute, but like Census is kind of badass.
Yeah. But so when she was an adult, she was married and had kids. They were going to emigrate to the United States. And they were actually supposed to come over on the Titanic. Like they had tickets and everything, and it was either like the week of or like the day before they were supposed to leave. A crow or a raven flew into her kitchen.
Got a crow. Sorry.
And she was like, "Nah, that's an omen. Like, I'm not getting on that ship."
Oh shit.
And so she made her husband sell the tickets. And
Was he mad?
I don't know. I imagine that was not a fun conversation.
I'm surprised that he was like, all right.
I mean,
But maybe he also was like,
you
my
trusted her.
wife's badass.
Yeah, I don't know.
I bet he was glad once he found out what happened to the Titanic.
Yeah, so he sold the tickets and they got on the boat that left the following day and they made it to the States.
Did they?
But the Titanic, as
What
we know, did
happened?
not. And like they were, for context, they were super poor. Like that was why they were immigrating, because they were fishermen. So, and I don't know what was going on with the climate at the time, but like the fish had run out. So
Okay.
they were moving because they needed to.
So they would have been in the poor people.
Yeah, they would have been in steerage.
Yeah.
And
They
that's
would have
like,
died.
that's like the very bottom
Yeah.
of the ship. They would have 100% died. But because of her
Dude,
craft.
If that was me, I would never let anybody talk to me again. I'd be like, don't speak to me. I saved my entire family.
Yeah, I wouldn't exist
That's crazy.
if it wasn't for her.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and I always was like, I was kind of proud of that. Like that, I thought that was really cool.
It is really cool.
And so like I was kind of always pestering my grandma for more stories and
Mhm.
stuff. And I got a few more from her last year, just about her, because her grandma, when she was growing up, still practiced.
Okay.
No one else in the family at this point does that I know of.
Okay.
So it kind of stopped there.
Okay.
But she would talk about like how her grandma would do tarot for people and like find missing things.
Damn, I would have loved to have met her.
Yeah. Well, and I guess she had to stop at one point because people were like,
You're a witch.
no, they were harassing her to help them too much.
Oh, that's funny.
And she was like, nah, guys, you gotta chill out.
There's only so much of me.
Mm-hmm.
That's funny.
And like we've had a few ghost stories in the family too. So like she had one when she was little. She went into the kitchen and there was a man in the kitchen wearing aviator glasses. And this was during World War II or shortly after.
Okay.
And she was like, Mom, there's a guy in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Or she ran to go get her. And they went in there and he was gone.
Uh-huh.
And then it was like a month later or something. In the newspaper, there was an obituary for an Air Force pilot from their town that had died.
Oh, shit.
And it was the guy.
Oh, that's crazy.
And she was like, why is he in the newspaper? And her mom was like, no, he wanted us to pray for him, to like help him
Yeah.
move on. So they did,
Wow.
which is really cool. And just stuff like that. And then like for me personally, I've always had like I've never necessarily seen like a specter or figure or anything like that. But I've always been able to sense like presences. And like when I was a kid, I would wake up in the middle of the night and feel like there was someone in my closet looking at me.
I've had that.
And I'd be terrified.
Yeah.
And like it was different because like normally when I would just like have a bad dream, I'd like go and get in bed with my parents.
Yeah.
But with this, I would be frozen. Like I could not.
Like you're like afraid to pass him.
Yeah, like
or
I could
pass the
not get out of
closet.
bed, and I would just hide under the covers
Huh.
and try to go back to sleep.
Did you ever figure out like
Not really. I did talk to my grandma about it, and she said that she actually had the same experience growing up, where she would feel the same exact thing. And her theory is that it was like an ancestor or something, just kind
Okay.
of checking us out,
Okay.
just like seeing what's up.
Like just curious, like not like dark or anything?
Yeah, but I don't know.
That's kind of cool.
So I've always been interested in this stuff, but I haven't really like until we unpacked her stuff. I had never really had the opportunity to really actually get
Yeah.
into it.
Yeah.
And so when you had your stuff, I was like, no, like let's do this.
Yeah.
I want to learn more about this. So
Yeah, I like your grandma's stories. I think they're really cool.
yeah,
Great grandma. Great
well, the Titanic one is great,
grandma.
but the ghost one was my grandma.
Yeah. Well, I like hearing your grandma's stories too.
Yeah.
They're neat.
Yeah. So anyway, I feel like that was a really loud smack.
You do that. You smack so hard.
I'm sorry. Okay, we're gonna try this again. I feel like or at least my real introduction into the craft was tarot, doing tarot with you.
Mm-hmm.
And so we started doing that, and it's been really interesting.
It has been interesting. I don't think that I know that we don't do tarot
Correctly?
Yeah. I don't know if correctly is the right word.
Word. Traditionally.
Yeah, we definitely don't do it traditionally, and I do think that is very much due to a lack of knowledge, but I still feel like the spirit? No.
The cards?
Cards. I feel like the cards speak to us.
There you go.
Still the way that like
We're
they know
communicating.
that we can be able to receive it.
And that's kind of our take on the craft, because I know there's like tons and tons of different ways that people practice.
Yes.
And that's kind of the view that I take on it, is like it's going to reflect what you put into it.
Yeah. I also like when I'm talking to some people about it and they'll be like, I don't know, like tarot seems a little woo-woo. And like for me to put it into perspective for like people who believe in God or whatever, there's always like some sort of communicator, like in the Mormon religion.
Yeah.
We have the Holy Ghost, right? And I think that's Christian just in
They've
general.
got like the Holy Spirit.
Yeah. So we have that like kind of,
communicator.
Yeah, that's the word. That's what this means. who will help communicate with us. And I kind of feel like the tarot cards are just another way for like the universe or whoever, whatever.
It's a tool
to communicate. Yeah, it's a tool. That's all I had to say.
Oh.
I don't know why I made it sound like I was going to keep talking.
And I mean, so like I think if you do it in the traditional tarot way, then that'll work, but I also think that, intention matters.
Yes.
And so if you do it with the correct intention and you respect the cards, it's going to communicate to you. What?
I think I just stopped myself from stimming. I'm so sorry. What I really wanted to say was, respect the pouch! Respect it! Sorry.
Don't suppress yourself. But it's true, because like when we've done readings where like, Kellen's bouncing around.
Oh my gosh.
Playing the drums.
Everything
and
goes
stuff,
off.
It has a much harder time conveying the message.
Yeah.
And we've been able to notice
that. And also, like, if we don't cleanse the space beforehand, or if, like, because there's been times where I've come over after work, and I'm like, I need a reading.
Yes.
And I'm chaotic, and I'm stressed, and I'm all these kind of more, like, negative emotions.
Yeah.
And then there was that time where, because we play singing bowls.
Yes. So
On our
how we set
Amazon
our
lady.
space is we've got the coffee table, and we'll clear it off. We'll clean it and everything because you want to have a clean space.
Yes.
And then we'll set up. We've got a singing bowl, and we've got our incense. And if we've got your cone incense lady, she's like a little forest druid lady.
Yeah.
We'll set her up.
Yeah.
And we've got our rocks.
Rocks! And we've got our lights.
Yes.
But yeah, we have our Amazon lady
She'll play
doing
singing bowls.
and there was that one reading that we did where it was very chaotic energy
Super.
right out the gate, and the lady stopped playing the music at the like exact same time that the incense went out,
It was wild.
It was, yeah, that one was that was like a very big smack.
Yeah.
Get your shit together. Don't speak to me
unless
you're ready.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so we had to like do a little meditation, do a little cleanse.
Yep. Try again.
Get in the right headspace.
Yep. But the other thing that I really like too that you mentioned is like intention.
Yeah.
I think that's something that's so cool about this whole like community is like intention matters. And for an ADHD person,
Yes.
which we are,
Yes.
sometimes I can't do things at the correct times.
Or do the full thing.
Or do the full thing.
You know, can't always do it to the letter by the book.
Yeah.
But
intention matters.
yeah.
I think the universe meets you where you're at.
Yes. It's willing to accept what you are able to give.
Yes. And that's cool.
Yes.
And
I mean,
like I
it's the
said-
same thing with tarot.
Yeah.
And I think that kind of goes with your rocks.
Roxanne! I like rocks.
Yeah.
I like rocks. I like rocks because I think that they're pretty, and also because I do think that they're magical. And anybody who tries to tell me otherwise can fuck all the way off. I also have this thing that I like to tell people who are like, "You really think the rocks have magical powers?" Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So you're telling me either you believe in an all-powerful being in the sky who created life, who created everything,
Mm-hmm.
all of these humans with these like super complex, intricate bodies,
Mm-hmm.
or you believe that a big bang did it, or you believe that the man or woman in the sky created the big bang that created us.
Yes.
Regardless, something very much bigger than us created.
Is doing shit.
Yeah. You're gonna look at me. I'm just gonna say this from like a God-believing perspective.
Sure.
You're gonna look at me and you're gonna tell me God created all of these things, okay? He created magical mushrooms that alter our brain chemistry and make us see things that aren't there.
Yeah.
And you don't think that maybe there's a chance that he said, let there be magical rocks that make the humans feel a little bit better. Then
Yeah.
let's make them pretty while we're at it.
What
Come
do
on!
What do you think magnesium is?
I don't know what magnesium is.
It's a mineral. You know what minerals are?
Rocks, probably. Rocks!
So, you know, drugs and supplements and shit,
They're rocks!
they're rocks.
They're rocks. And these rocks are pretty. And even if you still don't think they're magical, which if you don't, I'm sorry for you. But even if you still don't think that they're magical, okay? If I am wearing a rose quartz bracelet,
Mhm.
right? Which rose quartz is supposed to help with self-love and just love in general.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm wearing a rose quartz bracelet. When I look down at that bracelet, you know what I'm going to be reminded of? I need to love myself a little bit more. I need to spread some love a little bit more.
Yeah.
Leave me and the rocks alone.
Yeah, the human brain can do an amazing things. Like, I mean, because even if it's the placebo, you know, or like the psychological benefits
Yeah.
of just being reminded.
Yeah.
You can't discount that.
Yeah.
It's not that it's doing nothing. I just listened to a podcast. It's called Ologies, but they had an episode on witches, and they had a whole section.
I'm not a witch. I'm your wife.
But they had a whole section where they talked about this.
What did they have to say?
The same thing. The placebo effect. Like, they've done studies.
Okay, but what if
I don't know.
you actually I should probably remember what I was gonna say before I try again. What if you know that
It's a placebo?
yeah. Like what if Jesus Christ, can you help me?
So it doesn't matter. Even if you know that it's fake.
That's the one. That's what I was trying to say. Thank you.
Yeah. It still does it. Because if you believe that it's going to do something,
But what if now that you know that it's fake,
doesn't matter.
you don't believe that it's gonna do it?
So you do have to believe it. So like the
Mm.
rose quartz. If you go this rose quartz is going to change my love life, and you believe it. And you know that it's just rose quartz, but you go, no, this is going to change my life.
Like manifesting at that point?
Yeah.
Now I have a problem with manifestation.
Well, I think that has more to do with your anxiety, because when you manifest, you are so worried about
how
the
it can go wrong.
alternative. Yeah.
Yeah.
That you end up putting more energy into worrying about that than you do into your actual manifestation.
Yeah. You know what else I've been thinking about that though? Is I feel like different people have like kind of like different paths laid out for them in life.
Okay.
Like, okay, my best friend Sarah, okay, we've been best friends for like 15 years. She is so type A. If she wants something, she can go and get it. And we've gotten in little like tiffs about this before because she doesn't understand. Sometimes I'll just see where the wind takes me. A little example of this, like I will follow my intuition. When I first moved back to Texas after my divorce started, I was working at this little cafe restaurant thing, and I am not one to just quit a job. I always at least have something lined up.
I have yelled at you for very long periods of time to quit jobs that were not good for you.
I know. I will stay at a job for too long. I don't quit jobs after 3 months.
And you definitely don't if you don't already have something set up.
But in this case, I don't know. I just was like, I have to quit. And I needed a job.
Yeah.
I had just moved.
I mean, you were living with your mom.
Yeah. But I was just like, I have to quit, and I don't know why, and I quit. And I didn't even put in a 1 week notice. I've never not given a 2 week notice before. And then a week later, my mom died.
Yeah.
And Sarah was so upset with me because she was like, why did you quit this job? Like, I don't what are you doing? And all I could say was, I don't know. I just felt like I needed to. But I feel like for me, I'm on this path that I don't think I have a lot of free will for the big stuff.
And tell them what happened next after your mom died.
What happened next?
You immediately got the pharmacy tech job.
Oh, yeah. No, I did. I got a job as a pharmacy tech, and it actually paid me, I wouldn't say a livable wage, but I mean, eventually I was up to like $18 an hour.
Yeah.
That was enough for me to like survive with roommates.
Yes.
Type thing. Which unfortunately was you guys. Yeah, no, it's like everything fell into place in that moment. And like even with mom dying, that was obviously kind of flipped everything upside down for me, and I was like, well, where am I supposed to live now?
Yes.
And then it just so happened that y'all's lease was literally up.
Yeah.
Like that week.
When we had been talking to you for months about what you were going to do, about where you were going to live, because you didn't want to live with your mom.
Yeah. And then I think it was you who was like, why don't we just stay in this complex and get a 2-bedroom?
Yes.
And we did that, and it's
all
like everything
out.
just fell into place. And that's kind of how my life works, is like things don't happen the way that I want them to or expect them to. Like I feel like the universe has a plan for me, and as far as like the little kind of like trickles, okay, I can play with that. But I feel like other people can take like little and then they end up back on their path. They're going to funnel into the same spot. It's like a ski hill for them, you know, where everybody gets to go on their different little,
but you all end up
at
the
same
lift.
place. I feel like it's that way for like people like Sarah, but for me, I'm just on this little curvy little doodad. I've got some bumpers on, and I've got a blindfold on, and I've just kind of I gotta bonk my way around.
It's almost like you're on one of those little side paths through the trees, and it's like if you get off it just a little bit, you're gonna run into a tree.
Yeah. But it's a rubber tree. So it kind of, you know? And so, yeah, I feel, I got to a certain point where, like, when it came to the manifesting and stuff, I don't necessarily think that, maybe sometimes I do the whole, like, anxiety reverse manifest thing.
Yeah.
But I also think that part of it, too, is the universe is like, sorry, baby, this isn't for you.
Yes.
You have a plan. Well, I don't have a plan.
But
there's a plan in place for me, and this is what I have to do.
And we've seen that over and over and over in your tarot readings is be patient. Good things are coming. Be patient. Be patient.
Always. But like, with my job hunt, what was it, like 2 years ago or something?
Yeah, you had like 4 different options.
And
lined up.
they were solid plans too. And they were like promising.
Yes.
And every single one of them fell through.
And you're like, I just
for
don't,
no reason.
I don't understand, like, why did these opportunities come if they're not going to work?
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah.
it's because they weren't supposed to.
Yeah. I think that's, so me manifesting is like, it's almost like the universe is like, oh, honey, you're so cute. I think sometimes the universe will give me something if it is like,
It'll throw you a bone.
yes. Yes. They'll be like, okay, fine.
Because I feel like that happened with, you know, a couple years ago. You were ready to get back out dating, and you wanted a relationship.
I did.
And it was telling you,
I have a lot of love to give.
You do.
And I have friendship love placement.
Yes.
But I have nowhere to put my...
You want a person.
I want a person.
And...
Hey, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, make a wish! Is that a thing?
I don't know.
I'm so sorry. Keep talking.
Yeah, you wanted a person really bad. And so we kept doing readings on, like, when is this going to happen? When is this going to happen? And it kept telling you to be patient. And then...
You're not ready.
Yeah.
I am ready!
And I do feel like sometimes you kind of get in your own way a little bit.
Oh, for sure.
So, like, with Dylan,
yeah,
you could have started that relationship probably 6 months before you did.
Well,
and I kept telling you that he liked you, but you needed to talk to him.
Yeah, but I get scared when I like somebody. I get scared.
Yeah, you don't talk to them.
I can't talk to them. I'll talk to a lot of people. I do have a history of forcing people to be my friends against their knowledge.
I wish that I had that power.
But then when it comes to somebody that I like actually want to, like, I'm like,
it's too much pressure.
Yeah.
So then you decided that you didn't like him anymore.
And so then I started talking
to him.
Did I? Because I can't talk right now. Did I actually talk to him?
I don't know.
Yeah. And then
and he was like, it turns out he had liked you forever.
Yeah. And he was secretly checking on my tables for me and bringing me drink refills.
Which is so cute.
Without me knowing. And he's such a good dude.
He was such a sweet guy.
That relationship was really wholesome.
It just wasn't the right time.
Yes.
Which is what the tarot told you.
Yeah. And I think that the universe allowed me to have that because it was like, okay, this can be a growing experience for you.
And you did learn a lot.
I learned a lot. Yeah. No regrets as far as that relationship goes.
Yeah.
But I think in that situation, the universe was like, this is acceptable.
Yeah.
We'll let you have this little thing, but aside from that, the big main
you gotta keep to the path.
Parts of the plot have to stay the same for sure.
Can't get too hasty.
Yeah, which I do. I also think that the universe knows that I am like super stubborn. Hi, Chubba Dub.
Come here. Say hi to the people.
Yay, Chubba Dubber, splish splash, splish splosh.
So speaking of
what? Chubs?
Yes.
Of cats?
Yes. We have familiars.
We do.
Or at least that's what we call them.
Yes.
Because every time we do craft,
they join us.
Especially Paul.
Paul's
a witch. We've done readings for Paul before.
We actually have, and it told him specifically to lean on his female friends.
Yes.
Which is us. Paul, and actually Little Man has been kind of joining in on that too, like when I do my practices at home.
Yeah.
But they will sit with me as I meditate too.
Like on the edge of the tub?
Yeah, sometimes I'll meditate in the tub, or like if I am like doing it on my bed or on the floor or whatever, like they'll both just come and hang out with me. And Little Man is a menace.
Yes.
So he doesn't like to sit still for very long.
No.
But whenever I am like practicing and stuff. Now, one thing that I will tell you that has been coming up in my meditations a lot has just been, and also in like readings and stuff too, is my stubbornness and my lack of listening.
Yes.
And unfortunately, you've received quite a few messages for me.
Yeah. Well, it keeps telling you that you need to talk to your guides, and if you're not listening, then they're like, well, I guess I'm going to tell this bitch instead.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Like there was that one time.
Oh, yeah. I can tell that story.
Yeah, you should. I like how you already know where I'm going with this, too.
So I was...
Well, wait, let me preface it by saying I had been feeling for probably like a week beforehand. I was like, man, somebody's trying to talk to me. I don't know who it is.
You weren't that
and
worried about it.
I was also really... we were both raised Mormon,
Yes.
but I was very much raised with, like, you don't talk to people
Yeah, like, there was a definite taboo or, like, fear.
against speaking to the non-living,
Yeah.
right? You don't touch it. And so when I was feeling like this, I was like, "Hey,"
Yeah.
you know? And then
Yes. And I don't have quite as much of those reservations, I don't think.
those what?
Reservations?
Oh, I thought you said reservations, and I was like,
I
"Is
mean,
that a
I
new
might
word?"
have.
Okay, continue, I'm sorry.
So, I mean, maybe that's why I'm a little more open.
Yeah.
That would make sense.
Yes, I have been very closed off to it.
Yeah. But so this instance,
Mhm.
I was driving to work one day and I was listening to a podcast, which speaking of, it's Witch Bitch Amateur Hour, which like
It's a good podcast.
if you're looking for like a fun introductory to witchcraft podcast,
It's a
like
good one.
I highly recommend them. I've
Yeah.
learned so much from them.
Yeah.
But so I was listening to one of their episodes, and I think it was about like connecting with your ancestors
Okay.
or things like that. I don't remember the specifics, but it was getting these little nudges in
Mhm.
connection to what they were talking about in the episode,
Mhm.
and I just got this feeling that like somebody wanted to talk to you,
Mhm.
and I was going, okay, well, who does she even have that's dead?
A lot of people.
I was like, it could be Heather. No. Maybe Bo. No. And then all of a sudden, like it wasn't even something like it wasn't my thought.
Okay.
It just came into my head. And it ended up being your grandma.
Mm-hmm.
And
I don't know why I said that like I'm surprised. Like, oh, I already knew. It was, I was part of this story.
and I was just like, I was overwhelmed with this huge wave of like love that she had for you.
Yeah.
And that she desperately wanted to talk to you. And I was like freaking out because I've never had anything that pushy before.
Yeah. Well, and you called me like immediately.
Yeah. I was like, we need to talk to her.
Yeah. Well, and then so we had planned on doing it the following week. And then I think I called you. It was like 2 days later or something, and I was like, "Hey,"
Yeah.
because we both have Wednesdays off together.
Mm-hmm.
And so I called you on like a Tuesday, and I was like, "Hey, I really feel strongly that like this needs to happen tomorrow."
Mm-hmm.
And then that Tuesday night, I heard the super traumatic family
Event
happened, and kind of just derailed everything. And so we never did it.
and we still haven't.
And I very strongly believe that she was like, "You need to talk to me now.
Because if you don't, it's
It's
not
not
gonna
gonna
happen.
happen.
We need to get our shit together.
We need to get our shit together." Well, and I need to get my shit together because the universe should be able to send me my own messages. It shouldn't have to speak.
I mean,
through
I'm happy to relay the message.
Yeah. Yeah, I think
It's
you're probably
just-
gonna need to for a while. But I'm definitely very stubborn.
It's just funny because I'm like, I know this isn't for me.
Yeah. Which I also think is really interesting too.
Yeah.
And kind of cool. But yeah, I've been all of my readings and the people that I like kind of have talked to a little bit, they've all been saying, get your shit together,
Mhm.
do your meditations.
Talk to your
Mhm.
guides. Talk
Yeah.
to your spirit
So
team.
here's the thing though. When I meditate, it's like I have the ADHD brain, right? That just
Mhm.
is like won't shut up.
That's where I'm at.
And then all of a sudden it's like when I allow myself, I guess, it's like I
Mhm.
sink. I would say actually more like float. Where it's like I literally feel like my mind is transported somewhere else. And my surroundings kind of disappear. Like
So
I'm
you're
no
like
longer.
astral projecting.
I don't fully know because
Like you feel like you're not in your body anymore.
well, here's where it gets dicey
Okay.
for me is because I have very rarely allowed myself to get there. In fact, one of the very few times that I have allowed myself is when I met one of my spirit guides.
Mm-hmm.
And that was a really cool experience.
Mhm.
And I won't go like too much into it, but that very much was like a not my thoughts. I'm meeting somebody and they're introducing themselves to me. And even gave me like a little word association so that I could remember their name. But when I kind of start to get to that point,
Uh-huh.
it's like I freak out a little bit because I now am like, I'm very vulnerable
Mm-hmm.
and I don't feel safe. And I don't know if it's astral projection because it's not like I'm like floating around, and
I mean, it could be like the precursor.
I don't know. I need to figure out something to do that kind of like is a protection for me so that I can actually.
I know that there are things that you can do to like protect your body while you're.
Like what?
I don't know what they are. I would need to look into that. But or if there's any witchy people listening,
Yeah, give me some advice, please.
we would
because
love the input.
Yeah, because I would really like to experience it at its full. And it's like I'm so close, but shocker! I'm
It's
blocking
scary.
myself. I'm scared.
Yeah.
I am. Yeah, I really like meditation. I have to be very much in like a safe
Yeah.
place. I have to be in the right place. I think that's for everyone.
Yes.
And I wish that you could do
Experience
it more.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I need
You just have to keep practicing.
Well, and I have to just do it. I struggle with task initiation.
I know.
And if I'm being honest, my craft doesn't really exist unless you're over.
Yeah.
And so,
which I just think is so funny because it's like I was the one who had the stuff.
mm-hmm.
I'm the one who's like, let's do the things. But like, I do feel like you are more in tune. I think I could be.
For sure you could be.
I think I need to practice my listening skills.
And I need to practice doing the things.
Yeah. But also that's hard with ADHD.
That's why we're witch goblins.
You're a goblin witch.
I'm a goblin witch.
Don't steal my title.
I'm sorry. That's why there's goblins involved.
Yeah, goblins. Rocks! That's what I'm thinking every day. I don't know. It's just, sorry, chubs.
Is there anything specific, like tool-wise, that you like to use when you meditate? Like herbs or like...
I have this room spray.
Okay.
It's supposed to be like a protecting spray. Actually, I think
Was I with you when you got it?
Yeah. I think I've actually talked about it before too, like on the podcast.
Did you?
Yeah, it's my Archangel spray that I use when I get sleep paralysis.
Oh, yeah.
It's the same one. I think it's a protecting spray. So I use that. Other than that, well, okay. I have heard that you're supposed to like, I think moon water.
Okay. Yeah, I've
does.
heard you can use that like in baths and stuff.
Yeah, which is wild because I have some.
Yeah. You're a moon bitch.
I am a moon bitch. I just always forget to use it. No, I am a moon bitch. I feel like I resonate more with the moon. I feel like you resonate more with the sun.
Except for in the heat of summer when I'm dying. But yes.
Yeah. Not the heat. The sun.
I'm sorry. Living in Texas has
It's killing us.
it's tinged my relationship with the sun a little
Yeah.
bit.
It's hot.
Because I love the sun. I am a sun worshiper.
Yeah, see, that's what I was trying to say.
No, I know. But I want to throw the blinds open and have the windows open and everything. But it is so.
I know you do.
It is so hot.
You kill me. Do you remember when I first moved in? And this is my old room, by the way, actually. And you would come in the mornings, which was fine. That was fine. And you'd be like, it's dark in here. And you'd start pulling all the blinds open. And I was like, no. And like, not even in the mornings, but like just like halfway through the day or something. Like I would be in here working, right?
Yeah.
Because I was working from
I'm
home.
like, why are you working in the dark?
Oh my gosh. Close the blinds. I don't want them open. I'm a creature of darkness.
And I'm a creature of light.
I know. That's why we're a good balance for each other, honestly.
We are.
But no, I am a moon bitch. I do put things out to cleanse under the full moon. And I also put things, I put water out for the new moon because the new moon is supposed to be for like setting new beginnings and like new intentions. You know?
I think the full moon was like a few days ago, wasn't it?
I don't know.
You're a goblin.
Yeah. I don't know. It probably was, if we're being honest. Probably.
Well, we can plan for the new moon.
Yeah, I think we should because we also need to plan for a full moon though because I have plenty of new moon water.
You need more full moon water.
I need some full. I've never had any full moon water.
But also you can or we'd bring all of your rocks here.
rocks! They're all here.
You need to remind me to put them out so that I can charge them for you.
But will you remember to bring them in before the sun comes up the next day?
Yes, because I go to work before the sun comes up.
Please don't leave them in the backyard and let the chickens eat them.
I will not let the chickens eat
Because
them.
animals do like to eat rocks.
Paul loves rocks.
Paul loves rocks. He likes to lick my amethyst.
Don't let your cats...
I don't. Your husband does.
I know he does, and
Yeah.
I yell at him, but yeah.
Rocks are toxic sometimes to cats.
And I don't know which ones, so it's safer
Definitely
not to let
amethyst.
them lick any of them. Look at any of them.
Well, Paul really likes to lick the amethyst, which is funny because amethyst is my favorite rock.
Yes. Well, and we've tested it because you can hold up different rocks for him, and he'll like sniff it a little bit, and then he'll like turn away. But if it's the amethyst, like
he'll lick it.
He'll lick it, and he'll pet himself on it.
Yes, he will. But amethyst is toxic to cats.
Yes.
So
we don't let him do
I
that.
should not let him do that anymore. Well, I should not let your husband let him do that.
There you go.
But it's okay because he doesn't live with your husband.
No, much to his sorrow.
Poor
Kellen is obsessed with Paul.
It's a cute relationship. It is. It actually is.
Yeah. You should probably stop trying to poison him.
Yeah. Alas.
Alas.
It's Kellen. I think that's about...
We just wanted to give like a little introductory into our...
Because we'll probably be talking about this a little bit more too.
Yeah.
In future.
We've definitely got more stories to share.
We do?
At least I do.
Do I?
Yeah.
Are you going to remember what they are?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. As long as one of us remembers. It probably won't be me. All right. Well, just again, as another reminder, please take what we say with a grain of salt.
We do not know what we're talking about, and you should know that just listening to us.
We are baby witch goblin witches.
Babies.
Baby.
Emphasis on baby.
Little tiny babies. Do your own research.
Don't trust us.
Don't trust us. Well, you can trust us a little bit. We're not like lying.
Yeah, but like verify.
Just take it with a grain of salt.
Trust but verify.
Trust but verify, which you should be doing
Anyway.
all the time.
For everything.
Doesn't matter.
So.
Fact check.
That's not on us.
Everyone.
That's on you.
Me?
No. Them.
Oh. You.
You.
All right, guys. We will see you next week. Thank you so much for tuning in.
Bye.
Bye. Every villain is lemons.
What were we talking about?
I don't remember. One butthole.
I'm fucking delicious.